welcome back to another episode of Inside the Garage here on WFRV Plus. Indy is with us yet again.
Yeah, how we doing today, Blake?
Oh, I mean, you're always here. I always say that when we open the show. I'm like,
well, I'm not always here. One
of us is sometimes can be gone. Yes, for sick days, vacation days. There's a day I'm off next week.
Bereavement.
That.
Sorry.
Unfortunately, yes, that is a part of it, but we're here.
Yeah, it's going to be back for another episode. Got a lot of fun things to talk about.
We're getting closer to the 500.
And the big news. We talked
about it last week with the Chase.
The Chase.
We talked about it last week a little bit. Before we dive into making some rejuvenated picks, with the format, we've both have re-gone. I didn't pick every race.
I picked every race. I'll just touch on the new winners I have. I have a couple new winners.
I don't see much of my winners changing anyway. I see some other things kind of shifting in that regard, but we're going with a group. We got some drivers picked out. We'll get to it in a second.
I got an interesting stretch in the Chase for sure.
I'm not surprised by you. You had Connor Zilic winning 8 races in the
Well, I think I have him winning 2 now.
Well, I'm not saying that can't happen, but we'll see. But we're going to get to the big news. Some driver confirmations have come in throughout the week on who is racing in the Daytona 500. Just recently announced Chandler Smith will drive the 36 for Front Row Motorsports. Justin Allgaier, again, is in the 40 for Junior Motorsports. I don't know if you've seen that paint scheme, Indy.
Yeah, I like the one last year better, but I do this one's still.
They did a little throwbacky type thing.
Yeah, it is a nice throwback.
They added contingencies.
Yeah,
their own homemade contingencies.
I love that. I think that's awesome. I wish contingencies made a comeback.
JJ Yaley will race for New York Racing in the 44. Anthony Alfredo for Beard Motorsports. That's a common pairing at super speedways. Yep, with Dude Wipes. Casey Mears is going for, I think it's his 500th start still. Daytona 500 hopefully will be added to that list, racing for MBM Motorsports in the 66. Corey Heim will race in the 500 in the 67 for 2311. Side note, Corey Heim does not have a full-time ride next season. Does not have one. No schedule has been released for the defending truck champion, so going to be interesting to see what he does. BJ McLeod racing in the 78 for his own team, Live Fast. Jimmy Johnson is using the Champions Provisional. He does not have to go in on speed for his team at Legacy Motor Club. And the big one, I say the biggest of all the 500 additions that got added, RFK is bringing back the 99 car. Corey LaJoie will race the Trimble 99 in I think it's only Daytona weekend. And Greg Biffle number fonts, the entire RFK team will race Greg Biffle number fonts. Also, Colleague Racing is joining in on this effort. The 16 will look like Greg Biffle's 16 for the Daytona 500. I think all tracks are going to have the RFK Greg Biffle Memoriam emblem on the tracks. RFK is going to be carrying it all year, but that's a pretty cool and tentative entry list that we have here so far, Indy.
Yeah, so I have a couple different things in other series here just to quickly catch up on. First and foremost, one of the bigger stories of the week is Hailie Deegan. So many of you know Hailie Deegan. She was in ARCA. She had a very promising career, made the jump to trucks maybe a little too early, and struggled in the truck series. She is back in ARCA. She'll be competing in the full-time in the ARCA Menards West series this year. She'll drive the number 16 Chevrolet for Bill McNally Racing. And then a couple sponsorship news. Hardee's, they are joining as a primary sponsor for Bubba Wallace for several races this year. Their first race will be at Martinsville. Tony Breidinger, she is out of the 5 for Tricon, and she will head over to the 27 for, who is that?
That is Rackley Ware.
Yeah, Rackley Ware. So she is now racing a part-time schedule. She's scheduled to race at Daytona, Texas, Dover, Nashville, North Wilkesboro, IRP, New Hampshire, and Talladega. Now, Ross Chastain, he's going to compete in 4 NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series races for Jordan Anderson Racing in that 32. He'll race at Atlanta, Coda, Watkins Glen, and Sonoma, so mostly road courses there. And then Xfinity, they're going to serve as Bubba Wallace's majority primary partner for the 2026 Cup Series season. They will serve as its primary sponsor for multiple races, including the Daytona 500. Xfinity also expected to sponsor Tyler Reddick. And that really is all I think I have. Burt Myers, he'll return to Team Emervent to drive the number 50 Chevrolet this year in the Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium. But aside from that, Travis Pastrana, big... what is it, motocross, I believe?
I believe so.
He's going to drive the 42 for Nice Motorsports at Daytona. And
fun fact about Travis Pastrana, he drove the 60 for Roush Fenway in the Xfinity Series.
So that, I believe that's all the major news outside of the Cup Series. Cole Custer, one more thing here. Cole Custer, he'll compete in 5 NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series races as well. He'll drive that number 0 for SS Greenlight Racing. Schedule is to be announced.
Yep. So, some good stuff we got going on.
Yeah, it's kind of the news that to catch you guys up on from last week.
News of the week.
That has came in, and thankfully, as we get closer to Daytona, we'll start seeing more and more schedules released for drivers and stuff like that. So, should have a lot of news coming up here in the next couple weeks leading up to the Great American Race.
Big thing is that next Thursday, we're going to see the Haulers at Bowman Gray.
Yeah,
Clash.
that's exciting.
The Clash will be on the 1st of February. Going to be a big thing, obviously. We'll highlight it in next week's episode more, going in depth of all that good stuff. But the offseason is dwindling. And
that's only good for NASCAR fans because that means we're getting closer and closer to the 500. I tried to go to Daytona. Blake wouldn't do it.
It's almost $1,000. I don't have $1,000 to go spend.
It was $2,000.
Okay, well,
the flights were ridiculous.
As much as I love NASCAR,
you and we'll just sit on the couch and watch it.
I was gonna say I feel like that's just the best way to do it. Yeah, I mean...
You want to talk about our, real quick, you want to talk about our online race from yesterday?
Yeah, so...
You kind of got to address the elephant in the room.
So the elephant's in the room.
Blake finally got me to do an online race.
I feel like I need to address the elephant in the room. I'm going to be completely honest of what occurred. So for any of you that don't know, I kind of guilt-tripped Indy into doing a NASCAR race because it's my birthday next week. So I was like, well, if I'm going to get one out of him, and this is the only time I'm going to.
And I do not like doing online races.
He doesn't like to do it when it's just us. We haven't done it with other people. That's probably something we should try. Probably tonight. I'm kidding. He's busy.
I'm so busy.
I say he's busy. Next week. Anyway, so we do the race. He has his friend Jared pick his car, pick the track, whatever.
I ended up getting Ross Chastain.
Ross Chastain, of course, we're doing the longest race
thanks,
at the
Jared.
Coke 600.
We get the Coke 600. It's 4 stages, 25 laps each stage, 100 laps.
So whatever. I win stage 1. Indy wins stage 2. Indy wins stage 3. We're in the final stage. We're going for pit stops. I'm not paying attention. I'm assuming I'm picking 4 tires. That didn't happen. I took 2. And coming off pit road is like...
driving on ice.
8 inches of black ice is on the road here in Wisconsin.
Which is kind of, it's realistic.
So
it's kind of hard to.
So obviously there's a caution. I pit. There's like 8 of us on the lead lap. Come out. Whatever. I'm in the back. I'm in 8th. Whatever. I'm coming up through the field. I'm running away.
He's
running away.
It's over. It's over. As far as I know, I'm sailing into the sunset.
So here I am. I'm bobbing and weaving. But here comes Cody Ware. We're coming up the track. Well, he hits me. Runs me into the wall. I don't take too kindly to that. I go a little nudge,
he
left corner.
Manipulated the race.
And somehow Cody Ware can't hang on to it. He's going turned right into the wall.
You should have been black flag.
I'm going to the NASCAR hauler after the race to talk about the penalty. Yeah. Anyway, I pit 4 tires.
He pits. Now looking back at it, I should have pit, but I didn't
So now
pit.
It's his fault, too, because he didn't go pit.
Because I forgot that there was only like 8 cars on the lead lap.
Whatever. We digress. We're racing. We're racing hard. Indy's holding me off on his old tires. I got the fresh tires, but that was the plan. I'm setting up for the last lap pass. Well, we get into turn 1. I go into the wall. Into turn 4. I'm full throttle. Pedal to the metal. I just Will Ferrell in Talladega Nights trying to win the race. I hook Indy into the wall. He beats me going backwards. So that's the
He
tail.
could have killed me.
I could have, but
I won the race backwards at the end of it.
So stay tuned next Monday when we'll race at Portland.
Oh, God.
All right, guys, we're going to take our first commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about who we think's making the chase with the new format and all this good stuff. So you won't want to miss a thing, guys. So Don't turn off the TV or don't watch another WFRV Plus programming.
Unless it's one of ours.
Yeehaw. Welcome back, guys, to Inside the Garage. Indy, we didn't play the Open this time. We're trying something new here.
Yeah, that's
in the WFRV Plus studio. We're trying something different.
Yeah, people seem to take kindly to the not playing the Open every time, so I've been doing that on my show.
Well, some Opens are good. Some Opens have banger, like the Fantasy Football Huddle Open, banger. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the Chase. The Chase is back. We addressed it last week. Just the schedule for the Chase again. Darlington, Gateway, Bristol, Kansas, Las Vegas, the Roval, Phoenix, Talladega, Martinsville, Homestead. Remember Homestead? It's really beginning to feel like 2004 again.
I love it.
2006 even, if we're going to do that.
I wish it was 2004.
We're not doing the trend with saying it's 2016. 2016, they still had the playoff format, and they still called it the Chase. Whatever. So, me and Indy have compiled who we think is in and out. We did it two separate ways, more or less, to see it from two different vantage points.
Yeah.
Indy picked every race again, who he thinks is going to go through as the Chase progresses.
I do have who makes the Chase. I just don't have them in order. I just picked
and
my
that's
16
fine.
drivers, I think.
I have gone in order, and I've also gone who I think is going to win the Chase. I've done a tier maker. If you at home can see, this is what we got here. We got the tier maker here. The categories got chopped off because of the printer. I have lock, should make it. I should just say basically a lock, but not really. Fringe, these are the guys I have that are missing it. Would need help, who I think would have to have like 20 wins and have a chance to make it. And 2027, please. So I'll start in that category if we want to just bounce back and forth kind of on tidbits, whatever stuff you have.
Sure.
Drivers who I think is going to be waiting for next season. Cody Ware, not a chance that man is going to come back next season. Ty Dillon, why? Call why? I've ranted on this platform before. Why? Riley Herbst, obviously, that's probably where Corey Haim is going to be next season.
You would think, but
and then
sponsorships play.
And then I have Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I don't believe in this 47 car at all. They're a single car operation that's fading fast. Like McQueen, he's fading fast. That's Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Yeah, if you want, you can just keep going through your list. Right. I'll chime in once we get to the who makes the Chase.
All right. Would need help. Austin Dillon, what can be said? Daniel Suarez, I just didn't see the speed in that 7 car. Todd Gilliland had a rough stretch. I think I think this year will be the third worst performing front row car. Cole Custer, that Chevy Alliance is going to help them tremendously, but not get them anywhere where they want to go. Noah Gragson, you can only go up from whatever that was last year. Zane Smith is really becoming the one at front row. Shane Van Gisbergen, I'm sorry. All the road courses you want, you can win, is not going to help you make it if you can't finish top 10s in the ovals. And then I have Connor Zilic. A Fringe would need a lot of help. I agree with you there, Indy, that I think he can win one or two of these road courses, but I don't see that the oval speed is going to translate as well. He's not that good. He's good at the super speedways. He was good at Pocono. We'll see what happens there. Fringe, guys I have kind of in like the 20th, 29th in the points. Austin Cindric, I just don't believe, and especially with his dad now out of the program, I wouldn't be surprised if he's out on the curb next season and say Todd Gilliland gets the 2 next year and there's a swap and Cindric has to go to the 34, sorry. Josh Berry, I don't think Las Vegas can happen again. Eric Jones, I agree with you. Darlington is probably his best chance to go win a race. But he's good at the plate tracks. John Hunter Nemechek, the improvement from Legacy is there and continuing and growing. Ty Gibbs will be out of the 54 next year with the not making the Chase. Michael McDowell, what's his name? Hocevar and Bubba Wallace. I had a blank. That's who I have on the Fringe making it.
Okay.
So my 16 drivers are the 5, 9, 20. So I should just say the names. Larson, Elliott, Bell, Blaney, Byron, Hamlin, Briscoe, Logano, Bowman, Busher, Chastain, Reddick, Kyle Busch, Keselowski, Priest, and A.J. Allmendinger. Now, when I brought it up to you, you were shocked by me picking the 16.
Yeah, I was a little surprised.
But I think the 16 is going to be very good. I think the 16 is going to run average at all 5 of the super speedway all 5 of the super speedway races we have in the regular season. To finish top 10 in all of the road courses we have. So that right there is half of the regular season.
Yeah, it's definitely a chance.
And he's good at tracks like Charlotte. He's good at Texas. He's good at Bristol. He's good at Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
So give me.
Yeah. No, I think excuse me. I think he definitely has a chance. My 16 drivers here. This is in no particular order,
Okay.
but I got Chase Elliott, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, Connor Zilisch, Ross Chastain, Chris Buescher, Carson Hocevar, Alex Bowman, and Kyle Busch. So those are the 16 I have.
So obviously we're very varying. I didn't pick a champion. I don't think we need to. I
did do my final chase standings.
I mean, I'm looking at this list. I was going to pick Kyle Larson. I'm not going to pick Kyle Larson. I'm going to go with the model consistency. I'm changing it. I'm just going to be a homer. I feel like that's the only way I can take. No, I can't be a homer. I would think. I think this is the year William Byron gets it done.
Yeah, I mean, Byron's been great.
I think he's a model of consistency. He just needs to. He feels, I'm going to be honest, quite Jimmy Johnson-esque in the fact that hot start to the year, summer slump, picks it up when it happens most. You have Chad Knaus, you have Jeff Gordon, two guys that really dominated in the chase format. I know Gordon didn't win any in the chase format. Jimmy won 5, obviously, but Chad Knaus was on top of the pit box. He knows how to do it there. Gordon obviously took part in some good battles in the chase. You look at 2004, you look at 2009 with Martin and Johnson. So I think Hendrick is probably the one that the chase favors the most. Just because you look at all the chase winners, it was either Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart.
And I got some, so I can run through my what I think for winners for the chase, and I have it pretty interesting. There's only one repeat winner in those final few races for the chase. Larson gets it done at Darlington, so that's a big boost for him right away. Reddick gets it done at Gateway. Why? I like Reddick.
Those are my favorite picks. Why?
I think why. I mean, I think Reddick has a much better year. He ends up getting back in victory lane. Bristol goes to Joey Logano.
Okay.
Kansas goes to Chase Elliott.
Okay.
The Roval goes to Zilisch.
Okay.
Phoenix goes to Denny Hamlin.
Okay, that makes sense.
After
heartbreak,
everything that happened.
Though that makes sense.
Talladega goes to nobody in the chase. Talladega goes to Ryan Preece.
Okay.
Martinsville goes to Ryan Blaney, and the one repeat winner, Homestead, Miami, goes to Joey Logano. So my final standings I have here, it's an even year, and I just have to follow my trend. Joey Logano will win the chase. He'll win the championship. It's a homer pick. I'm going to stick with it because it's an even year. But Logano is 1, Blaney 2. He'll be the runner-up. Chase Elliott takes the final podium spot. Byron, Hamlin 5th, Bell 6th, Larson down in 7th. I think he's gonna kind of after that win, it's gonna go downhill for him after that. Briscoe 8th. Chris Buescher kind of makes a nice jump to 9th. I think he finishes very well in those final. What is it? 8 races? 10 races. 10. Kyle Busch as well. I think Kyle Busch is the last driver in the chase, but I feel like once he gets in the chase, he goes up to 10th. Connor Zilisch, 11th. Tyler Reddick, 12th. Bubba, 13th. Bowman, 14th. I have Chris Buescher on here twice, apparently, in
Very
15th,
nice.
And Ross Chastain in 16th. Who am I missing here?
I mean,
Hocevar. We'll swap Hocevar for 15th then.
I mean, excuse me. I don't disagree with you. The reason I don't have, I guess, here, I'll give you the reason why I don't have the 23, 77, and 88. I just don't think Zilisch can.
I think Zilisch is going to surprise a lot of people.
I'm not saying that he can.
I think he's going to do great on the speedways.
I think that he finishes a high of 22nd in the points and a low of 27th. I just don't see it. And you got to look at Trackhouse as a whole, to me. I think Trackhouse's cars were okay.
Yeah, I think
I think
it's more
the driver, and I don't see the speed. Zilic has to learn the Cup Series. He's only run at some of these tracks once or twice in his life. I don't see that translating well.
I still got him winning the 500.
I know you do, and I'm not surprised. And I'm sure the United Casino will be happy to see your donation at a later date.
I could try to let me see real quick before
I just quickly want to wrap. Yeah, Bubba Wallace, I just don't see it. I just don't. And Hocevar, I think he has a good season. I think he finishes 18th. I think
Hocevar is solid.
I just don't see it. I guess I just don't see it.
Some of the surprise winners this year: Eric Jones at Darlington. I'm gonna pick that until I die. Austin Cindric at Talladega. Chris Buescher over at Echo Park. I think Bubba goes back to back at Indianapolis. Bowman at Iowa. That's kind of really the only surprises I have. Van Gisbergen at a couple road courses, and then Kyle Busch at Las Vegas. So
not shocking.
Yeah, I think those are kind of my shocking. Well, not shocking, but the drivers who you don't
the shock and awe.
The drivers you don't see that. I think a lot of winless streaks break this year with Kyle Busch and Eric Jones.
When we come back, one more break. We're going to wrap up the show talking about who knows what, but we got more in store for you guys, so you won't want to miss it. Stay there. Stay there. I'm watching you. Inside the Garage has returned during the break. Meet Indy talked about, we're going to bring up, with the 5 minutes of the show, I'm going to take 2.5. He's going to take 2.5. We're going to talk about Ty Gibbs, what we think of him, thoughts, what he needs to do this season beyond that. Indy, I will give you the floor right away.
Ty Gibbs is such a wild card to me this year. I think there's clearly talent there, but he just hasn't shown up and he hasn't made his impact in the Cup Series like Joe Gibbs Racing has thought. I see his season going one of two ways. I see him doing the same thing he did the last couple years, and then you got to make the difficult decision to probably move on from him, rebrand that 54 team to the 67, and go with Mr. Corey Heim, because, he's a Truck Series champion, doesn't have a ride right now, which is kind of remarkable. Now, it wouldn't rebrand because that's actually 23XI, right? So forget what I said there. That's just me being dumb. But I think, Ty Gibbs, there is definitely a chance for improvement this year. I think he knows the clock is ticking right now. He's going to be more aggressive. He's going to go ahead and try to get things done this year. Whether or not he actually does it without wrecking, that remains to be seen. I think Ty Gibbs, he could be one of those drivers that could sneak into the chase, honestly. He would be one of those fringe guys, of course. I don't see the level of consistency yet. But many people at Joe Gibbs are just waiting for him to take that step, but he hasn't walked through the door yet. So we'll have to see what happens with Ty Gibbs. It's certainly interesting, and that's kind of my thoughts on Mr. Gibbs this year. Be interesting to see what kind of season he can put together.
Yeah, so my thoughts of Ty Gibbs are quite similar to yours. Right now, the way I look at it is he's only really good at the road courses. Mm-hmm. The unfortunate thing about that is there's about 2 to 3 others that are also really good at the road courses in the Cup Series. He's shown to be good at Bristol. That's probably another track you could say he could go win at. You look at the stats, you look at how other Joe Gibbs Racing drivers have done in the first 3 years span of them being there. He's currently the worst. No wins. I think dramatically low top 5s, dramatically low top 10s. He just hasn't performed to the level of the equipment, and it's just proving to become an issue. The other issue is Joe Gibbs is kind of stuck right now with their developmental drivers. Corey Heim is currently in between both. You mentioned that he could maybe, but I think he's more or less wrapped down in driving for 2311 than he is to go to Joe Gibbs. But then you look also down the pipeline, Brandon Jones is definitely not deserving of a Cup ride. Brent Cruz is really their only young prospect, but he's kind of being labeled as the guy who's going to replace Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
So you don't really have anyone to go there. Ty Gibbs is probably your best driver right now, unless you think Eric Almirola can get coaxed out of retirement and you think he can go run that car better. I think what he needs to do to maybe silence the doubters, silence us, silence anybody,
just consistent finishes,
is to make the chase. Go get a win.
Yeah.
I mean, just go win the Daytona 500,
Well,
and I think everyone would shut up.
Yeah.
You just won. You're the guy. He's right now the fourth guy at the Joe Gibbs organization. It's by a wide margin.
How much time we got?
10 seconds.
Okay, real quick. Corey Heim not having a ride is crazy.
I think.
And you know why?
The rumors is
sponsorship.
The Riley Herbst is only in the 35 for Monster. I don't think so. I think Riley Herbst is a fantastic driver. They really just said that 35 car sucks, and that's what they did.
All right, we'll see what happens.
All right, guys. Next week, we will preview the Clash. It is here. It is finally here. NASCAR season is finally here.
We did it. We made the offseason.
We will have that and much more coming up in next week's episode. But for Indiana Schilz, I'm Blake Borths. If you miss any of our episodes of Inside the Garage on WFRV Plus, head over to our YouTube. They're all over there, including an interview with Natalie Decker with Indiana Schilz. We have that and much more. So go check out the stuff over there.
She's confirmed for Daytona.
She's racing.
We might try to get her back on the show.
We're trying. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a good next week. We'll see you guys next week. See ya.
Woo!